Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera or HBAR, and I have quite a bit of things to talk about, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like. It does help the channel grow immensely. It takes a couple seconds, and guys, I do greatly appreciate it. But with that in mind, let's just refresh, let's make sure everything is up to date. We are seeing Bitcoin kind of riding the 47k waves after hitting about 45.5k yet again this morning. I am watching this week kind of unfold in regards to the indices. So, and as you guys know, I do like to watch the stock market because it is also a good reliant factor for the market sort of sentiment. And when we're talking about everything right now, I am definitely watching altcoins. The reason why I'm watching altcoins is because Bitcoin is ranging here. I mean, Bitcoin is going sideways, allowing a little bit of movement throughout the altcoin market. You guys do see some movements happening throughout some altcoins, up 20, 10, 8%. But look at the 7-day figures. I mean, in terms of the 7-day figures, we're seeing some altcoins up 97, almost 60, almost 50, almost 50 again. HBAR alone on the 7-day span is up about 40.81%. It's in the top 6 for the 7-day movement. Now, I know a lot of people were saying, it's the same trader, it's going to go back down, blah, blah, blah. And, we did have a little bit of a retouch at about 29.5 cents, but I do suspect that, Hedera in itself is about to see some nice price action movement. I think that this year that's coming up, this 2022 year, is going to definitely be something to watch for because we have some exciting things to talk about. So, first off, let's talk about some TA. I know that TA is not the best thing for a lot of individuals. A lot of people think that, TA doesn't really matter. It's all about the fundamentals. But, right now, I do still have my eyes on the ball, which is 35.7 or 36 cents, if you will. I do want to see us back to this point. I think that this is a strong demand zone. Where we are at currently is also a fairly big demand zone, going all the way back to like September before we ran to the all-time high currently. And I just want you all to understand that currently, in terms of the low test that we had, in terms of the RSI, in terms of the volume, we have been seeing some significant volume, especially considering the fact that, just going back to the 17th, which was 3 days ago, we did see a significant volume change. It was actually the highest volume since going all the way back to pretty much September. So, things were looking a little bit juicy. They still are. In my mind, I think that we are finding some nice support at around this range. Down here at about like almost 29. If we actually bring this down, I know that we're using the old 36 centile range, but you can pretty much see why this is a point to really kind of hold. This is a significant point. I mean, that's that support zone going all the way back to September 5th before we did go to the all-time high. It's also a nice little support test that we did see as well. Also, the level that we held just recently is significant support going all the way back to September 7th. So I think that things are looking pretty good. I think that from an overall standpoint, I think things are looking fairly juicy. Now, again, take that as what you will. I know a lot of people think that this price action is nothing to, regard or anything like that, but in my mind, I think that this price action move is fairly strong, and I think that the RSI really kind of shows us that, especially combined with the, volume. So, with all of that in mind, let's move on and let's talk about some exciting things, especially what I see happening in 2022. So, first and right off the bat, we're talking about HashPack Wallet. So, if you guys don't know about HashPack Wallet, this is actually going to be pretty interesting in terms of many use cases, but definitely in terms of their NFTs, this looks fairly nice. I mean, from an overall UI perspective, look at how clean this looks. I currently use Zact Wallet right now, or however you guys want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Zact Wallet. But I use Zact right now, and it's not the best. I mean, overall, you really can't see a lot of the value for the NFTs. You also can't really see the... I mean, like, you could, but it's not the best. Like, from an overall UI perspective, a normie individual will not understand Zact at all. I know that it's easy to understand after you get the hang of it, but this is something that you could really kind of just jump in and say, well, yeah, I know everything about this. I could pretty much learn it in 2 seconds. This is why I like, very good UIs. This is also why I've always said that Siva Love's, NFT platform looks very good for Hedera as well. It's all about the UI. It's all about giving those normie individuals the cleanest and the best UI possible to really easily understand. Now, with that being said, let's just move on and let's talk about the real big next thing for Hedera. So, obviously, it's no surprise that the transactions per second have been ramping up lately. I've been talking to you guys about it. But also, in terms of these major quotes that I always talk about, or for an example, the major quotes that I always say, Hedera is definitely well positioned to be in the top 5, and it's going to happen very, very fast. Right now, many individuals are happy about us being in the top, 20, top 30, whatever you want to call it. And it is very exciting, but honestly, to me, we're just not at yet the position that I want us to be, which is obviously the top 5, the top 10. I think that we get there very, very soon. I think in terms of a lot of the updates that have yet to happen for Hedera, I think that we are well positioned to have a lot of major updates be pushed that could unlock the next major true value for Hedera. So what exactly is that? Well, first off, we look back on things, right? And we see December 16th, Consensus collaborates with MasterCard on new Ethereum scaling system. Now, this is talking about consensus rollups that can reach a throughput of up to 10,000 transactions per second on a private chain. Now, I thought this was funny because they are celebrating 10,000 transactions per second like it is something new. In my mind, when we're talking about 10,000 transactions per second, we're talking more so about even 100,000 transactions per second. We look back on a lot of these major networks, and the big thing that always, I point out in my mind is the idea of them needing some sort of scaling system. And of course, it's a solution to their problems. Like, Ethereum has major issues. I talked to you guys about it multiple times. We know that Ethereum is very poor for, usability, but in terms of other major assets as well, we even look into, Cardano, right? Hydra scaling solution edges closer to testnet launch. Okay, and I just want you guys to understand that, a lot of these major next improvements are nothing too exciting. Like, yeah, 10,000 transactions per second for Ethereum might sound incredible because of what we are used to seeing with, Ethereum. But even for Cardano, they did 20 million transactions in 4+ years. Okay, we've done that in literally 1 day. In fact, we've hit over, I want to say over 50 million transactions in 1 day. It was absolutely ridiculous. But the thing is that Hedera definitely has major upgrades coming, okay? But the thing is that with sharding, we are going to see unlimited transactions per second. That's the next big thing. It's not 10,000 transactions per second. We're throttled at that currently because there really is no need for anything beyond 2,000 transactions per second currently. And of course, when we're talking more so about Hedera, we also see Solidity smart contracts bringing the highest speed programmability to tokenization as well. And I think that this is definitely disruptive to the smart contract scene. And, we're talking more so about $2.5 trillion in transactions. I've talked to you guys about this. I talked to you guys about how big this actually is, especially at scale. Now, with all of this in mind, we look at where this is going to bleed into. I think that this is the next big thing for Hedera. You might be wondering, well, why? Why do you think that? Well, look at what tokenization has become, right? We look back into December 15th. Toko issues digital private debt on Hedera Public Network. This is actually pretty interesting. Okay, so, sorry, excuse me. I apologize for coughing in the mic. I'm basically getting pretty sick, so I just want to give you guys that insight real quick. But obviously, this is going to be pretty big, though. Like I said, with Hex Trust, I think that this is going to be the next big thing. In terms of tokenization, I think that tokenization is definitely going to bleed into almost everyday life. I've always been saying this. I know that you guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but this is definitely going to be huge for not only just enterprise grade use cases, but it's also going to cover pretty much everything. Now, of course, we do see here this tokenization is intended to cover the full value chain of a fixed income token from issuance issuance, and distribution to token over-the-counter transfers and ongoing asset services concepts such as custody and coupon distribution until debt maturity and token redemption. This is going to be pretty big in terms of a major use case, and we even see here I'm thrilled to have led one of the very first debt tokenization transactions in Asia. This is not only a significant milestone and proof of concept for Toko, it also signals a tremendously exciting development for the future of capital markets. I think that when we're talking about the future of finance, Hedera is definitely the key player here. We even see here this first of its kind tokenization of private debt on Hedera demonstrates the future of finance. We even see here, from day one, our vision has always been to create shared digital worlds. These can only be brought to reality by leveraging the computational trust and speed that Hedera provides. We recommend Toko and Hex Trust on their pioneering or they commend, sorry, not recommend, work creating a robust digital solution to an age-old problem of asset issuance and management. This is going to be very big. This is going to be something that, like I said, when we're talking about trillions of dollars flowing over the network, this is what we want to see. Okay, and just back in March of this year, we did see Tune FM launching, the Jam tokenized music marketplace built on Hedera. This is going to evolve the music industry. Everything will be tokenized, from music to movies to cars to, even real estate. I don't understand, where people's minds are right now in this market. I understand that in terms of payments and the future of, the financial system, yeah, that's great. But also think about how big tokenization actually is going to be. We're talking about every single dollar, every single transaction, almost everything will be tokenized. We even see here, okay? RBI's move towards card tokenization likely to hit merchants, lenders report. This is also going to be very big. This is something that we want to see. We're talking more so about banks moving in on tokenization, moving in on even payments as well. We even see here the RBI has ordered all companies in India to purge saved credit and debit card data from their systems from January 1st, 2022. Merchants and bankers argue they have not been given enough time to comply with the changes, while opting out of tokenization would mean a customer would need to manually key in their card details each time they completed an online purchase, which could put some customers off. So tokenization is going to make everything, streamlined. It's going to add a ton of pretty much streamlined transactions. It's going to pretty much boost, digitization. It's going to boost speed throughout all transactions. This is going to be fairly large. And we even see our credit card transactions in India cross the 1 trillion rupees mark, which is $13.13 billion. I know it's not much, but again, at scale, this could get much bigger, especially in terms of digitization. I think that this is so huge. And we even see our platform strives to bring businesses and individuals the future of tokenization. Guys, we are moving very close to the next big thing. Okay, the next big thing in my mind is definitely tokenization. I seriously don't see how this can't be the next big thing. I mean, every single individual will be utilizing tokenization, even in terms of, we're talking real estate, guys. I mean, the real estate market itself is trillions on trillions on trillions of dollars. We even look into NFT marketplaces and NFTs in general. Like, all of this goes hand in hand with, pretty much the growth of an ecosystem. But what platform, what network, okay, what asset are they going to choose? Are they going to choose something like Ethereum, where we know that as the value goes up for Ethereum, the transactional fees also go up? Are they going to choose something like Cardano, which can barely handle any sort of scalability? Or are they going to choose something that is bringing the highest speed programmability to tokenization through smart contracts for tokenization, but also with the highest grade of security through asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance? Because that's the big next thing, okay? Being able to be the enterprise grade trusted solution. Trust, security, speed, it all goes hand in hand. In my opinion, Hedera is going to lead the way. It's going to be the racehorse that nobody can slow down at scale. And that is exactly why, when we're talking about the next digital revolution, in 2022, I think that 2022 is going to definitely be the year where everything pretty much changes. And I definitely do believe that Hedera is going to be a leading name in the game 100%. So definitely pay attention to, Hedera in the next year. Also, I'm paying attention to the entire market right now. Obviously, we do know that the holidays are coming up, so definitely try to step away, relax and spend some time with family, of course. But of course, in terms of everything that is happening, definitely pay attention. Definitely keep a close eye out on things. Don't, for the most part, focus on the price action, because I know that focusing on the price action could really kind of get you, a little bit frustrated, could get you a little impatient. But overall, try to focus on the bigger things, and that is the fundamentals and what's about to happen. So, with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.